Hello. Good evening. Twin Minds here. I am going to try out Stationeers again. We had last done this quite a while back, did some multiplayer, and the game was good. It was just very early in development. They have since updated a lot, and I wanted to see what it was like, and I wanted to give my brain some time to adjust and soak it all in before attempting multiplayer again. So we're gonna start over because I don't remember a goddamn thing. So we're gonna do some tutorials. Oh, hey, we still have some stuff that's not here yet. Yes. Hi. Hello. We're gonna do some tutorials. See if we can figure out how to play. Might customize my little dude too. Basic training, stage 1. Welcome. Yeah. Go to the airlock. Due to limitations of the tutorial system, it is important that you perform the actions in the exact orders, or you may not be able to progress. So don't go off half-cocked. Follow your instructor. All right then. So, go to the airlock. All right. So we are sensitive. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Let's try 33. Sure, why not? That's a number. Much better. All right. Oh, right. All right. So we got our lovely planet over there. I'm assuming we're on the moon. All right. I'm not gonna pick up shit. I'm gonna follow the tutorial. Go to the airlock. Do what the person says. Oh, that bright, flashy light. Working and building under hazardous conditions far from home, a stationeer needs many special skills. You also need to push buttons. Press cycle interior to enter the base. Cycle to interior. Slightly less flashy when we're doing it here, but it is pretty darn flashy. Alright. Before the original Stationeer handbook collapsed into a singularity, it established a central Stationeer's protocol. Cadets have 2 hands, but should only do one thing at a time. Alright, press E to swap hands. Yep, okay. Take the welding torch from the crate. You look to be a welding torch. Yep. Swap hands. Take the wire cutters. Nice. You could have been a juggler, but instead you signed up as a stationeer, so you're going to juggle tools instead. Lots of them. Some must be activated first with right mouse. Okie dokie. Toggle power on welding torch. Fair enough. Fair enough. So far your hands are working fine. That's good. You'll need them. So let's try dropping and throwing. Press Q to drop items or hold Q to throw. Alright. Throw the tool in your right hand. Perfect. Sometimes you'll need to put items down more carefully. They're ODA property. Try using T and check your suit joints are working smoothly. Alright. Press the welding torch. T. I mean, it sunk through the table, but that's fine. You know, whatever. We can't teach you everything, but we can ensure you've got the basics down. Surviving in the solar system is up to you. Hold left Alt to access inventory, then click on a panel to open it. Yes, that kind of sunk. It's fine. It's fine. Open your tool belt. Tool belt opened. As a stationeer, there's never just one way to achieve a goal. How you solve a problem is up to you. That goes for your suit, too. Try opening your inventory with numeric keys. Alright. Open your backpack with number 4. Lovely. Knowing where something is and how to get it quick makes all the difference. Inventory management saves lives. Start by dragging items to your hand from your inventory. Drag a mining belt from the backpack into your left hand. Did. Done. Throw it. Well, okay, fine. And hook. As a stationeer, you'll be picking up things a lot. The solar system's a mess. That's just how it is. Try dragging items from the world directly into your inventory. Okay, we go pick that back up again. Until Ashura Biomedia, breeds a four-armed stationeer, you're stuck with two hands, but there's quick ways to move items into them. Use the mouse wheel to select an item in open UI window, then press F to equip it. That doesn't feel very fast, but we'll see. So the scrolly, and then F. Okay, that's not bad. Activate road flare using hold right secondary action. Alright then. Stationary equipment is designed for durability and ease of fabrication, not good looks. Many of them, like powered tools, contain items like batteries or gas canisters. Okie dokie. Drop the flare in your right hand. What if... what if... Huck. Perfect. Hello, Big D. Hello, welcome. Alright, open the mining belt. Open the mining belt. Hang on. I need a hand for this cat. You're not helping. Everything costs something, and far from home, you need to guard your resources carefully. With many devices, resources like batteries and fuel can be removed and recharged. Add a battery from the crate to the mining drill. So we have the mining drill in the backpack. I'm being held captive. Gila, hand. Gila, hi, hand. Can I have my hand back? Can I have my... Nope, okay. Fine, I'll take your hand instead. Hi, I got your hand. Alright. Hydration. Gila, kitty. Hello, kitty. Alright. So we've got... This is the mining drill. Add a battery from the crate into the mining drill. Done. They call it space, but don't be fooled, there's never enough room. Luckily, many items can be merged into stacks. Merge the stacks. Alright. Stacked. That's nice, I like that. Being able to deal with the items in the world rather than having to like get them into your inventory to stack them and then put them back again. You can deep dive, huzzah! If your HUD gets a little bit busy, you can shut down inventory windows by clicking X or pressing tilde. No, not tilde. The other button, the one that's above tilde. So shift tilde, whatever. It's fine. To close all windows. Close all windows. Perfect. So it is tilde. It just they labeled it as the other icon, whatever that one is. Alright, the ODA assessment panel are satisfied you're not an imminent threat to yourself. Good work, Cadet. Move to the next area of the training base for part 2, reviewing the basics of building. Alright. Enter the, this airlock? This airlock. Oh, sorry, Gizmo. In this phase of testing, you'll either master basic building skills or run out of air. The construction area is too high to reach, so let's test your jetpack. Okie dokie. Toggle jetpack power. Ascend, descend. Cool. Simple to build and easy to pressurize, iron frames are the foundation of any stationary structure. Pick up frames, right-click to enter build mode, and then left-click to place. Okay. Take iron frames from crate. Yes. Build an iron frame in highlight spots there. How do you... How do... Ah, up. Got it. Jetpack up. Okay. Nice. Most stationary constructions have several stages. Complete the frames and make them airtight by welding iron sheets onto them. You'll need a welder in your active hand, iron sheets in the other. Okie dokie. You gave me a welder, right? There's a welder there. Perfect. Alright. So, I need to weld iron sheets. I need to take iron sheets. So that would be... Nah. Nah. Okay. Okay. So... Toggle power on a welding torch. Nice. Nice. Alright. The base is now airtight, so you can add atmosphere. Activate the area power controller to turn on the active vents and start airflow into the room. Monitor the external pressure on your status panel. Alright. How do I do that? Button. Area power control. Button. Ah, right. Crowbar. Crowbar. On. And then we are waiting for external pressure to be 60 kilopascals, and I happen to be at 34 kilopascals right now. My face is kind of in the way of some of that information, so let's move my face somewhere, shall we? Let's move my face to somewhere else. Gizmo, hi. We're gonna get a Gizmo appearance fairly shortly here. All right, my face can go right there, I guess, or there, or there, or there. Let's go down here. Let's see if that's a good place. A good place for my face. All right. Unlock helmet, open helmet. I did not read the part where it told me how to do that. Open helmet. Helmet. Unlock helmet. Open helmet. Alright, Cadet, you've nearly finished Phase 1 of Stationeers practical testing. If you want to learn more, consult the Stationpedia by pressing F1. Once you've read up, close the Stationpedia. You'll be doing more testing soon. But for now, make yourself at home. Take off your suit and place it in a storage locker. Okie dokie. Storage suit thing. Alright. Alright, personal tab. Personal tab. Personal tab. Clothing. Various clothing items. There's a lot. Perfect. Alright. Okay, so we are dragging. And dragging. Nope. Drag suit onto suit storage. Suit. There we go. And then backpack. All that training has made you thirsty. You need to drink water to rehydrate. Luckily, you have some in your back pocket. How convenient is that? This is more like, kind of like Space Engineers meets Astroneers. It's almost more like a survival crafting than it is a job simulator. It is kind of sort of job simulator, but you're more mining materials, building base, that kind of stuff. Get water bottle from uniform slot. Here, let me, or that can just disappear. Cool, that's fine. Uniform slot. Bucket. Drink water. Drink water. There we go. Kind of sort of Space Icarus. I don't think there's any combat though. Icarus is very, very combat focused. This is more build focused. There's still the survival elements like eating, drinking, breathing, mining materials, building stuff, but there's no combat. Excellent, Cadet. That is the last step of Phase 1. The ODA will be relieved you survived this far. Press the blue Complete button to transmit your results to the Stationeer Command. Alright then. Open. Button. Tutorial complete. Hooray, I have my basic skills badge. Ada. Next tutorial. I do remember the UI in this one being kind of cumbersome, and it's slightly better than it was before, but it's still pretty cumbersome. I'm going to have to take some getting used to on this one. Hello, Cadet. You've demonstrated essential Stationeer skills. Now it's time to put them to work. Stationeers are builders above all else. Let's test your basic construction abilities. Without tools, a Stationeer is defenseless against the hostile universe. Go to the crate and pick up your tools before something terrible happens. Well, that sounds ominous. Like kicking that. That's fine. Alright, let's go get some tools. Before something terrible happens, you say. What's terrible that's gonna happen? Also, do we have a UI button? Yes, we have a UI toggle button. Perfect. I can take some pretty pictures. Alright, so let's open up my backpack. Let's grab some shit. Angle grinder in either hand. Screwdriver on tool belt, so that would be number 6. And drill in tool belt. Perfect. In this ODA training simulation, the walls were damaged by a meteor shower. To replace them, you must first remove the damaged frames using an angle grinder. Remove the destroyed frames. Done. Make sure this base is tidy for the next cadet. Finish constructing the base walls. Start with iron frames. Alright. Grab those things. Oh, they're testing me, aren't they? They are testing me. Okay. So we need welding. Do we need no, we don't need a welding torch. We just need these in hand. Yeah, okay. Welding torch is when we need to put plates on them. Alright, complete the frames with the welder, etc. Okay, so now we need to doot. And we need to doot. And we need to doot. Lovely. Precision and planning are essential Stationeer skills. The last cadet was ejected from the program for building an auto lathe in the wrong place. Deconstruct it by piece by piece, then rebuild it in the correct position. Wow, he was ejected. We also have a lot of shit laying around, but they haven't told me to clean up the shit yet, so I'm not cleaning up the shit. Alright, what do we need to deconstruct? Deconstruct. Probably the grinder. Hand drill required to deconstruct. Okay. Screwdriver to continue construction. Angle grinder to finish deconstruction. Oh. Oh. Wire cutters required to deconstruct. Alright. Angle grinder. I feel like there's probably an easier way to do this. Probably a scroll wheel would be better. And the last one is wrench. Done. Now there's shit flying everywhere. You've got everything you need to rebuild the autolathe in the correct highlighted position, so you should do that now. Highlighted position. Alright, right mouse to toggle build mode. How do auto lathe kit? I do not have auto lathe kit. Auto lathe kit right here. Right. Auto lathe kit. Is this in the right position? It is. Perfect. Alright, so now we have to build stage 2, 3, and 4. Alright. So we need the welder. And then we need iron sheets. I thought we would have those parts over here, but they might have just been in my inventory here. Okay, there we go. So then we need cable coil, and we just need the actual cables themselves. So let's do that. Alright. And then we need plastic sheets with the welder. Okie dokie. And then a screwdriver to finish assembly. Lovely. Without power, you can't fabricate much. To power up the station, you need to reconnect the solar panels to the network. Start by removing the damaged cables. Oh, okay. Probably that one. Wire cutters, yeah. So where's the... out there. Perfect. Alright. Damaged cables. Lovely. Designing power networks is an essential part of base construction. Connect the solar panels to the power network using cables from the crate. Like many kits, cables offer several options to scroll through. Okie dokie. Cables. Cables. Alright, so build mode. We need to see auto rotates. I like it. Okay. You can scroll for different junction types. Can we... Ah, okay, got it. Alright, and then you. And then you need to be a junction. And auto rotate. I like it. I like it a lot. Area power controllers separate out power and data into sub-networks, stabilize your electrical flow, and provide backup power. Just be careful which way around you install them. Alright, fair enough. Get the APC from the crate. APC from crate. That one. Place APC in highlighted position with correct orientation. So we have in and out flow, I believe, is the current orientation. What do I need to install the darn thing? Interesting. looks kind of upside down, but it's probably fine, right? It's probably fine. It's not fine. All right, how do I deconstruct? And drill. Okay, so how do I get it into the right orientation? I think that's right. It doesn't quite look like it lines up, but it's close. Like, I'm looking at the symbol that's right there. The symbol's inverted. The electrical symbol is correct. The arrows are correct. It's just upside down. How do I make it not upside down? Nope, that's definitely not right. $45 Bear, hello. 54 Bear. Dyslexia kicking in. Hello, welcome. So the scroll wheel is changing the orientation, but it's not really doing it for me. But let's try again. APC is definitely being a little bit weird. So we've got, what, 2 different versions. It looks like, what is that? Data in, power out. Left and right. So why does this one suddenly match? Okay, I'm confused about the orientation. Oh, okay, so there was types and rotation I was dealing with. That's what I was missing. Got it. I mean, I knew it was upside down, I just wasn't getting it right, and hitting C wasn't getting it in the right orientation. I just probably was on the wrong type when I did C. Alright, the APC also charges batteries, which is good. The ODA recommends keeping several charged batteries at hand at all time. In an outage, the battery will provide backup power briefly, too. Okie dokie. So let's see. Crowbar. Crack it open. Give me your battery. Oh, different battery. Okay. Battery. More information can be found in the Stationpedia. Press F1 to refresh your knowledge of the APC by consulting the entry in the Stationpedia. Navigate to the area power control. Area power control. Power control. Area power control. Aha! There we go. Well done, you have completed your power network. You did better than the last cadet. Turn on the APC to activate the network and let there be light. Bonk. Hooray, light. Press the button to complete test. Good work, cadet. You've repaired the walls to finish your powered system. Well, that's the last step of phase 2. Press the complete button to transmit your results to Stationeer Command and we'll move on. Button. 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 I like that it's listed as important button. Hooray! Step 2 done. Next, mining and fabrication. So just FYI, I have played this before, but it's been like a year and a half. So my memory of how to do this thing is definitely foggy, which is why I'm doing the tutorial again. That sounded like a deep breath situation. Welcome, Cadet. As a stationeer deployed far from Earth, you have a choice. Forge your own resources from local materials, or perish. Basic knowledge of mining and fabrication is essential. Repair the lunar test base to prove your skills. Well, alright then. Design often works backwards. To repair the testing base, you need components, for which you need hydraulic pipe bender, which you need resources to fabricate. So let's track down some ore using your tablet. Tablet. The Zigopati tablet performs a range of different functions. With the tracking cartridge inserted, it helps you navigate to local beacons. Tracker. 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 Iron deposit. Distance? Question mark. Finding ore to build your base takes time. To help, we've placed a beacon at a nearby iron deposit. Use the tablet to navigate to the beacon, then get mining. Hello, the one. Yes, Stationeers. I have not played this in a very long time, but I did see that they did another update, Trading Phase 2, like today or yesterday or something. So I've been kind of itching to get back to this one and try it out again. So we're doing that. And if I can get to a point where I am comfortable playing it again, we might do a multiplayer series perhaps. Previously I had done multiplayer with Pine and Blade. Not entirely sure if Blade would be up for it again, but he's around occasionally. He might be interested. So the one, if we do that, I'm assuming you'd be interested, perhaps. Right, mining, distance, that way. Indeed, indeed. Whee! Oh, look, giant hole. I have navigated to the beacon. To the beacon. Not the glowing light that was, sitting there. The beacon, which was near the glowing light. Your mining belt does two things. It holds your mining tools and stores the ore you mine. When it's equipped in your belt slot, any ores mined are stored there automatically. Okie dokie. Equip the mining belt. Let's close you. I don't need you anymore. Suit. Backpack. Belt. So mining belt instead of tool belt. Got it. The Tricone rotary topo mining drill lives in your mining belt, functioning equally well in vacuum and atmosphere. Its cemented carbide bits increase resilience, bearing life and reduced spalling. Treat it well. Mining drill. Mining drill. Mining drill. Mining drill. Drill. Mine 30 iron. I can do that. Oh. Oh. Ah. I forgot the voxel deformation in this is a little bit weird. Ah, Knight, you have also played. It is an interesting game. Last I remember playing, I was the mining bitch. I was going out and getting materials all the time, so I had limited involvement in the building and the automation and stuff. So I felt like I was participating, but I did not feel like I was learning. Your mining belt should now have plenty of iron ore in it. Carry it back to the base, and let's get smelting. Okie dokie. Well, let's do that. The call of the void is getting to me. I'm feeling the urge to go down the hole, but the tutorial does not say go down the hole, so I'm trying not to. Oh yeah. I don't think we got to the part of learning the coding language in the game. It doesn't say don't go down the hole. That is correct. I feel like getting out of the hole again might be a little bit tricky, but we'll see. Alright, return to the base. Right, I went in through the side door, so I'm here. Hello. Before it can be used for construction, raw ore has to be turned into pure ingots. For that, the simplest solution is an arc furnace. Grab the kit from the crate and place it in the highlighted area. I shall. Arc furnace kit. Arc furnace kit from crate. Do we have a different crate? I don't see an arc furnace in here. We've got plastic sheets, iron sheets, cables, a couple different varieties of ingots. There's another crate. Haha, okay. Arc furnace kit. Buildy. Buildy. Connect the arc furnace to power using cables from the tool belt. I have cables in my tool belt. Hey, go figure. The arc furnace won't operate at high enough temperatures to create complex alloys, but it smelts iron just fine. Add your iron ore to the arc furnace. I shall. Blonk. On. Go. That's it. You're done mining for now, so swap back to the tool belt. You'll be needing it shortly. Okie dokie. What if I re-equip that, and then we do that, do some swapping. Simple, fast, and fairly efficient, an arc furnace also creates gas byproducts that can be filtered out and used for other purposes. Right now, however, you just need the ingots it makes. It's nearly finished. Is it now? Oh, ha, right there. Alright, pick up the ingot behind the arc furnace. It just got dumped onto the floor. Perfect. Oh, that's very strange, Knight. Something in the game seems to mess with your gaming system's thermal sensors on occasion. Suddenly your fans cut out. That would be unnerving for sure. So, and this is a purely random silly thought, but what would you guys think about me taking my face cam and doing the usual cutting out the background that people do, so it's just my floating head, and then putting my face over this guy? That would be a very tiny portion of the game, but it would be amusing. I've seen that done also for Kerbal Space Program, where you put your face over one of the Kerbals. There's a couple other options where that might be good. So maybe we have an alternate version of my camera that we could do for that. I don't have a green screen at the moment, so I would be relying on the camera software's ability to cut out the background. But might be worth having a secondary camera option for stuff like this game that has a little person face to cover. Alright, I need to actually pick up the ingots. Yep, that's the thing I need to do. Here. That goes in the tool belt. I keep forgetting that cables count as tools. We'll put that in my hand. Add ingot to auto lathe. Yes, RTX capable. Why, you ask? Ingots to auto lathe. Do you go on this side? Yes. The hydraulic pipe bender makes pipes, as well as atmospheric devices and some portable structures. To build one with the auto lathe, you need iron, copper, and gold. The other ingots are in the crate. I found that. Yeah. All right. Let's put those over here. Optional. Pick up iron. Pick up ingot from crate. Optional. Yeah. Let's put those back. I think something messed up with the detection. So let's And I can just F to put those in there. Yeah, okay. Okay, good. I don't know why those are optional. NVIDIA's broadcast background removal is solid. Interesting. I'm curious how I would integrate that, because currently I'm just capturing straight from my webcam. I just don't know enough about that. I've always gone very basic bitch bones. It might be good. You never know. I'll have to fiddle with that in my off time. The auto lathe is multi-axis molecular compositional tool. It fabricates a range of structural and device kits, including the humble hydraulic pipe bender. Click the search button on the front to search for select recipes. Search. Search. On. Search. There we go. Hydraulic pipe bender. Hydraulic. Search. Hydraulic pipe bender. There we go. Print the hydraulic pipe bender kit. have the thing. It just shunted it out through the wall. Alright, cool. Oh, it presents a webcam output. Okay, cool. I will I will look into that. Let me write myself a note. Let me write myself a note. Okay. Note to self complete. Alright. Now I need to place the hydraulic pipe bender in the highlighted position. Over here. Perfect. Things take time. Like the auto lathe, the hydraulic pipe bender has several construction stages. Follow the tooltips to finish constructing it. Okie dokie. So it wants me to do things. So let's get shit in my hand and get working. Not deconstruct. I wish just looking at it would tell me what the next phase of construction was. You have to kind of have the right tool in hand for it to give you the next step. So next step for construction is welding torch and 2 iron sheets. So welding torch, iron sheets. Next up, why is air just randomly flying in places? That's confusing. Alright, next step is cable coil. Did I misread that? I probably misread that. Let's do 4 cable coil required to continue construction. Okay. 4 cable coil. Oh, these aren't the cable coils, are they? These are the heavy cable coils. Do I have regular cable coils? I do. Okay. Plop. Alright, next step. Plastic sheets in hand. Next step, screwdriver. Done. On. Versatility is a virtue. Need ingots in a hurry? Fabrication devices also provide resource storage. Eject them from the auto lathe by pulling the lever and then add them to the other machine. Went the wrong place, because I'm dumb. Auto lathe. Eject lever. Perfect. Now, the one thing I'm not seeing is I'm not seeing a quick way to pick up a bunch of shit on the floor. For me to pick up all this shit on the floor, I need to pick it up, F to put it in my pocket, pick it up, F to put it in my pocket, and then scroll wheel to get the next slot available, pick it up, F to put it in my pocket. That feels cumbersome, and I know the other option is click and dragging, but I'd like to be able to, like, tap E a few times and get my shit in my pocket. Feels a little cumbersome. Alright, iron, gold, copper. Active vents are critical airlock components. You can now fabricate one with the hydraulic pipe bender. Vent. Vent. Active vent. Fabricate active vent. Good work, Cadet. You've created a complete fabrication system. That's the last step of practical testing, Phase 3. Press the complete button to transmit your results. Oh, okay. Important button. Press. Huzzah! Another training certificate. Which reminds me, I have training to do for work. I probably should do those training certs as well. But game training certs are much more important. Next, airlocks. Welcome, Cadet. To complete this phase of testing and pressurize your base, we will run you through basic airlock construction.
Suit damage.
They randomly punched me in the face to start the training. Perfect. Before we start, looks like your suit's taken some damage. Go figure. Use some duct tape to fix it. Alright. Duct tape. 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 Duct tape! Duct tape. Let's get started. To build an airlock, start by printing 2 door kits. You need to add ingots from the crate to the auto lathe. Okie dokie. Am I still leaking? Why am I still leaking? Stop leaking. Am I leaking? It sounds like I'm leaking. I don't see any pressure numbers dropping here. We're probably fine. Alright, probably. Alright, add copper ingot to auto lathe. So let's do backpack, ingot, auto lathe. They all look the same to me. Now the hissing is complete. Good. You can now print 2 door kits using the multi-axis molecular compositional system, aka the autolathe, and begin isolating yourself from the loneliness and disappointment of space. I like the writing in this. It's nice. So I need doors on and then doors. 2 door kits. Print. The one thing I recall about this is that the machines will always just keep making shit. There's not a setting for like quantity of making. So I gotta be careful about that. Before you can construct replacement doors, ODA protocol dictates you must remove the destroyed ones. Hello, Trix. How you doing? Alright, so let's get this there, door, and then deconstruct destroyed door, probably angle grinder. Good work. Now build composite doors in the highlighted positions. You'll need to cycle through the options to get the correct door variant. Gotcha. So, door. Auto rotate. Oh, okay. Composite door. Which rotational variant am I doing? I am doing this rotational variant. Okay. Connect them to logic and power networks. Oh, you're right. Call to lamb stuff is still on. It doesn't matter too terribly much, but I do like to keep it clean. Let's go take care of that quick. That button and that button. Thanks, Big D. Okay. As a stationeer, you need to finish things. Complete construction of the doors using resources from the crate and your built-in sub-sentient AI tooltip HUD helper. That's a mouthful. Alright, so we need to complete building shit. What do we need? What do we need? We need welding torch. And we need plastic sheets. Okay. Alright, and now we need crowbar to wedge the glass sheets into place. Okie dokie. Lovely. Kitty time? Kitty time, you say? Naming items on networks reduces confusion. Use the labeler to name the interior and exterior door on the data network. Okay, okay. How do I open said door? Open door, perfect. Alright, labeler. Labeler. Equip labeler from the crate. From the crate, got it. Labeler? Vent, consoles, labeler. There we go. You are... Oh. They want me to label it. I don't know if they're checking my work, but I feel like I should do it correctly. Perfect. Yeah, thereabouts, only 4 inches of snow. It's hard to say for sure since I don't go outside and I have no desire to go out and find out, but it was relatively small. Most of it came today. I thought it was going to happen last night. Last night was like 1 inch, but then today it picked up a little bit. Give or take a couple. Could be 6 inches, could be 2. Who knows? I did notice that when the snowplows came by, they left a giant snowball. So I have a giant snowball, like yay big, maybe a little bit bigger, just chilling at the end of my driveway. And it's like a perfectly round snowball, not like the usual lumps that they leave me. Alright, build a gas sensor to monitor pressure in the airlock. You need to consult the Stationpedia to learn which device fabricates it. Oh, they're going to make me look it up first. Oh god, okay. Well, give me just a moment here. We need to do a kitty time. Are you going to volunteer for kitty time? I'll pay you in treats. You want treats, Gizmo? I'll do it. I'll do it. But you have to consult to a kitty time. Kitty time. Hello. Kitty time. He works for treats. Kitty time. So now let's do kitty treats. Gila, you know you want treats. You're getting paid for Gizmo's work. Gila. Oh yeah, the wet, sloppy snow is kind of a pain to work with. Alright. Let us return. So, I need to open the Stationpedia, navigate to the sensors. Fabricate sensor kit. Kit. Sensors. Fabricate sensor kits in the electronics printer tier 1 or the hydraulic pipe bender tier 1. Takes significantly less energy and less gold, or Less energy, but more iron to make the thing in the electronics printer. Okay. Nice that we have options. So either one of those. I believe we have them both here. This is the pipe bender, and this is the printer, the electronics printer. So, do I have materials for any of that nonsense? We have... Which one of you has materials in you? Do you have materials in you? You do not. Alright, you know what? I need to get this thing out of my hand. Go in my pocket. There we go. Do you have materials in you? You do not. Ah, you gotta turn them on to get the materials out. Okay. And then you also have materials. Well, that's convenient. Also inconvenient because I just dumped out the materials, but that's fine. So I shall... Oh, lever, right. I do appreciate that the click and drag has a significant distance where it's functional. That's nice. Nice, nice. Alright, so, sensor. Kit. Make. Make. Stop make. Perfect. I left my label maker on. Oh god. Oh god. Ah, that was the noise. I was wondering what that noise was. Alright. Build gas sensor in highlighted position. Gas sensor. Gas sensor in highlighted position. To pressurize an airlock, you need to activate. You need an active vent to cycle air and a passive vent to allow atmosphere to pass into the pipe network. We need to do those things. All right. I'm assuming I should probably get my materials back out. Ah, so how do you work with this? Like, they didn't leave me enough room to put shit in here. There we go. Hot balls. Alright. I left the lever on. There we go. That hissing is driving me nuts. Can we fix that? Alright, so we need active vent, and we need to fabricate a passive vent. Perfect. Okay, so we need active vent in the inside of the airlock. Yar. And then we need passive vent. Yar. Connect the vents with the pipe network in order to pump air from the room into the airlock. I shall. I shall. I did. Norsec consoles allow you to control and monitor various systems, depending on their configuration. Think of them as a small, simple brain. Like mine. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Stop it. Alright, we need several consoles, okay? So, console. Get. Circuit boards provide consoles with a range of different functionality. Here you need an airlock circuit board and a data disk to program it. Oh, okay. That also means I need to rip my materials out of here. I did a horrible thing by ripping the materials out of both of the machines, because I couldn't tell the machine has materials in it because I didn't look, because I'm not smart. But it's fine, we're figuring it out. I could be smart and split these stacks and just refill them. I also need to stop leaving those levers on. Oh, balls. Alright. You know what? Let's do this the smart way. Let's how do I split stacks? How do I do that? Previously there was an option to split stacks, and I just had to hit like R on the thing that's in my hand, but I can no longer do that. How do I split stacks? Fine, I won't split stacks. Be that way. Okay, so we need me to be smarter. That's a thing that we need. I'm literally attempting to do circuit boards. So what did I do? I pulled all the materials out of my circuit machine and put them in my pipe machine, which did not help my situation at all. Sigh. Okay. Nope. Fabricate an airlock circuit board. Airlock circuit board. Get airlock circuit board. And then I need a glass sheet, which I put away. Slap. Perfect. Turn it on. To program the airlock, you need a data disk. Then select the items you would like the console to operate. Device is highlighted green with red text. Yes. I'm sure that will make sense once I get a data disk. Fabricate a data disk. Hey, let's do that. I'm gonna put away some shit. Put away some shit. Shit put away. Shit put away. Shit put away. There we go. Alright. Data disk. Give me. So itty bitty. Insert the data disk into the console. Nice. Select gas sensor. That one. Select active vent. That one. Now select the airlock doors. Selecting the external door as exterior will cause the other to default to internal. Oh, lovely. Exterior door. Exterior. Interior. Perfect. When you have successfully completed the airlock setup, the switch on the side of the console will light up green. Remove the data disk from the console to lock it. Lorp. The airlock's ready, so now you can pressurize the base. Turn on the APC to fill the room with atmosphere. The system will maintain a 100 kPa pressure. Lovely. Alright, so door. Yep. Okay. Where's my... There it is. On. As the room fills with atmosphere, your suit will register the external pressure and temperature change. I also get blasted around a little bit. Alright, so we are at 86, 87, and climbing very slowly. Wind is going all over the place. Now the base is pressurized. You can test the airlock by pressing cycle to exterior on the console. You still have me put my helmet on, right? Yeah, okay. They had me close my helmet and take it off in the last training session, so... Oh. Well, the kitties are done. Well, alright then. cycle of the airlock. I'm still hissing. That hissing noise never went away. That's obnoxious. Also, why did it suddenly become 1400 degrees Celsius? That feels like a problem. Alright. Good work, Cadet. You've built an airtight pressurized base. That's the last step of practical testing, Phase 4. Return inside and push the button. Is it registering that the welder in my pocket is a little bit too hot? Oh no. Hang on. Hang on. Oh yeah. Yeah. Ambient temperature started to drop a little bit. Okay, so don't leave a welder on in your pocket and you won't be too hot. Got it. Perfect. Lovely. Button. Get me out of here. Save me from my stupidity. That hissing, though, that was driving me nuts. Alright. I have completed the basic training for basic airlocks. Alright. Next, alloy smelting. Welcome, Cadet. Stationeer Command is pleased with your progress. They have authorized you to upgrade your skills. In this phase, we'll test your alloy smelting abilities to create more advanced structures and devices. You've added a lot of devices to your base, and you're getting low on power. A station battery could help. By letting you store excess power for use at other times, these require steel, so first you have to build a furnace and smelting alloys. That was not read correctly by me, but that's okay, we get the gist of it. Get a furnace kit from the crate. Over here. That seems accurate. Perfect. Finish building the furnace. Oh, well, alright then. Let's see, what do we start with? Wrench. Wrench. I need iron sheets, which are in here somewhere. There we go. Wrench. Welding torch. Furnaces produce metal ingots, heat, and waste gas. The Stationeer's Handbook suggests capturing that gas for use elsewhere, but you're not set up for that yet, so you'll need to pump it outside to avoid poisoning yourself. This will also let you vent the furnace later. Okie dokie. Off. Off. Get the pipe. Place the pipe. Here. Pipe. Pipe. Get the passive vent from the crate. Passive vent from the crate. Outside. I need to go outside. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Managing atmospheres on barren, airless rocks is an all-day's work for a stationeer, so volume pumps are handy. Adding one to your pipe network will act as a valve to maintain pressure on the furnace and let you remove waste gas when you're done smelting. Okie dokie. Place volume pump in highlighted area. Volume pump. That way. Fun fact, furnace-related accidents were the leading cause of stationeer dismemberment last year. You must monitor its pressure and temperature at all times, or unpleasantness may result. Set up your console to display this information for you beside the furnace. Alright then. Console. I probably should just grab the gas display. Alright, so console. Circuit. Blah. Complete the console with glass sheets, data disk, etc., etc., etc. To program the console to show the furnace temperature, toggle the mode to temperature by clicking on the temperature button. Currently assigned to pressure. Okay. Mode, temperature. Select the furnace. Remove the disk. Configure the second for pressure. Pressure, furnace. Remove the data disk. Perfect. Lovely. Excellent! You are now ready to smelt like you've never smelted before. Consult the Stationpedia to find out how to fuel the furnace. Okie dokie. Let's plop that disk down. Alright. Furnace. Furnace. The Jurong furnace employs a high-temperature gas mixture of oxygen and volatiles to smelt ingots and a range of alloys as raw materials for fabricators. Jesus. A basic gas mixture can be achieved by adding ice in a 1 to 2 ratio directly into the furnace, but more complex alloys will require careful management of a dedicated gas mixing network. Exact ingredient ratios must be observed. Likewise, smelting ores at insufficient temperatures will produce reagents, which must be recycled. If water is present in the furnace, it will gather there until the furnace is connected to a liquid pipe network. Prefab hash blah. Paintable, yes. Base power usage 5 watts. Alright. So, I have learned to do the thing. We need ice and ice. Specifically, oxide and volatiles. The ODA needs you out there, serving the solar system as soon as possible, so we have left you a supply of oxide and volatiles to speed things up. You'll find them stored in the mining belt in the crate. Mining belt in the crate. Equip the mining belt. Resources don't always come in the exact quantity you need, so you need to split them. Haha, we're learning how to split. Ices crack easily in your powerful grip. Mining belt. Split. Click on the oxide ore. Split ore in half. Split half. Let's fire this thing up. It's not exactly ODA best practice, but adding ore directly to the furnace will work for now. You must process each piece of oxide individually by pressing the activate button several times. The furnace lid will open the oxide when the oxide is fully pressed. Processed. There we go. Words. Words are hard. Alright, add 6 oxide to the furnace by slapping it right here. Press the activate button. There we go. And then we add 12 volatiles to the furnace, so we need to split half of that. Put you in there. Process several times. There's no atmosphere in this room, so you can't hear the furnace roaring, but it is. So get your other ingredients ready. Printing a station battery also requires copper and gold. We've left you ores in the locker. Note, the furnace's higher temperature and pressure makes it a smelting speed machine. Alright, insert 50 copper into the furnace. Locker. Copper. 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 There we go. $50 copper. Wait for copper. Your copper ingot is complete. Pull the lever to remove the completed ingot. Pull the lever. Lever. Perfect. Excellent. Now smelt a gold ingot, you space alchemist. Alright, okay. Weird to get compliments all of a sudden, but okie dokie. Plop. Unpulling the lever is going to be the death of me, I swear. I will never remember to unpull the lever. Perfect. If you made it this far, Cadet, your chances of surviving this test are well over 50%. But the furnace maintains pressure even when it cools, so unless you want to go bang, vent the furnace to reset it. What if I don't want to vent the furnace? Turn on volume pump to vent gas. Let pressure get below 90 kPa. But we're at megapascals. Oh, okay. All right. I guess we wait. You're on, right? Oh yeah, that's going to take some time. All right. Good to know. So, we just spent the time to get the furnace up to temperature, to smelt up 100 ingots, and then we're done. Alright, fine, fair, I guess. We have so many other things to smelt, though. Oh, that's gonna take for friggin' ever. Very possibly because I pushed too many buttons? Also, they haven't told me to grab the ingots yet, so I'm leaving them there. Because they told me specifically, don't jump ahead. So what is this doodad? Nope, not that one. Where'd my... Oh, tool belt in my freaking hand. So... What are you? So you're just a passive vent, and it's the back side of the passive vent. So that piece just automatically comes through the wall whenever we place it on the outside. Okay. And wrench is the deconstruction. Okay, got it. Got it. Hurry up. Hurry up faster. This is as fast as it can go. On. Turns out that arrow is the on button. Cool. Good to know. Also, look at all that gas fly. So we're venting. We're venting. I was kind of expecting the button to look like a button, not like an arrow. That's what confused me. Now that the furnace pressure has reduced to safe-ish levels, shut down the volume pump and refuel the furnace to get it going again. If you need extra ore, there's more in the second locker. Off. Get the furnace going again. Alright. Welp. I still have a whole stash of stuff, so let's do it. Funk. I have a feeling all of these that I'm pushing right now are the remaining volatiles that were in there before. Because we never really used all of that. I never finished pushing the activate button. Because we don't have it. We did have the door open. Okay. I'm so confused. Button. There we go. Like rocketry and party planning, getting your complete ratios correct is critical to alloy smelting. Consult the station pizza to find the best ratios of iron and carbon for smelting steel, as well as the appropriate pressure and temperature. Oh, okay. How much control do I actually have over pressure and temperature? Because it doesn't feel like I have much. But we'll take a look. So we need steel. Steel. Steel ingots are a metal alloy crafted in the furnace. Yada yada. 3 to 1. 3 iron to 1 coal. Okay. May not be elegant, but ice and ice can be combined in a ratio of 1 to 2 in a furnace to create the necessary gas mixture for smelting. So, we got that. We got the 1 to 2. That's fine. 3 to 1. 3 to 1. Yep, okay, everything seems fine. When you add carbon, coal, and iron from the cabinet to the furnace will automatically start smelting the alloy. If you eject the iron before adding the coal, you will simply make an iron ingot. Got it. So, iron, coal. Hey, they gave me 3 to 1. How handy is that? Iron, coal, coal, coal. Wait for steel to complete smelting. Eject and pick up steel. So how do we know when the steel is done smelting, other than the fact that the tutorial just checked off? Like, where is the information on that? Contents: iron and hydrocarbon will produce 32 ingots of steel. Oh, well, there's that answer. Button. Steel. Love it. Well done, Cadet. Now you have everything you need to upgrade your power system with a station battery. Print the kit battery using the electronics printer. Well then, where's my electronics printer? That way. I didn't grab the other ingots today. I was probably supposed to grab the other ingots, wasn't I? Dang it. We'll see if there's anything already in the machine, since I already cycled the airlock. Yep. You were the auto lathe electronics printer over here. There's nothing in there. Okay. There's nothing in there. Fine. Fine and dandy, I say. The red button turns green when the furnace will produce an ingot, but it doesn't necessarily tell you what ingot. So you definitely have to know what you're doing to put stuff in there. And that's more, I'm more concerned about once you get to the automation phase. You gotta make sure that you know what you're putting in there. We'll think about that stuff later. Now I gotta wait for airlock to cycle again. Gosh. Alright, the hell do we need again? Battery. Battery kit. Excellent! Station batteries let you store excess power, so you don't need to continually generate it. Place it alongside the other batteries in your array. I shall. Out here? Out here. Just to be safe, batteries must be turned on to receive power. The battery's power switch is on the side. Almost there. Turn on the battery network's area power controller to link it to the main power network. The APC isolates the battery network and ensures stable, steady power flow into the main network. Lovely. On. Now turn on the main power network and let there be light. You know, I always found it kind of weird that you need a crowbar to open up a standard control thing. Light. Light. Congratulations! Your base's power system is finished. That last step of practical testing phase 5. Yes, 5. Push the button. Button. Button push. Alright. Hydroponics, hydration, and food is next. This is a lengthy tutorial. We're about an hour and a half in already. And I still only barely know what I'm doing. Welcome, Cadet. It's time to test your ability to sustain yourself far, far from home. In this phase, we'll look at keeping yourself hydrated, growing food, and cooking it up to something useful. Start by setting up a water bottle refill station. Okie dokie. Water bottle refill station. I'm going to go ahead and just drop that off. Noises! Pine, raiding party of 6. Hello, Pine and friends. Water bottle kit. Water bottle filler. There we go. Water bottle filler. Plop. In any hydration system, you need a place to store water. Build a water tank and water tank connectors so you can link it to the pipe network. Well, that looked a little bit weird. All right, water tank. How do these work? Stationeers. Yes, indeed, Pine. I was kind of having the itch to get back to it, but I needed a moment to learn and brain this thing alone because I was not fully getting it last time we played. But I'm thinking if I can brain this thing correctly, we might do a multiplayer setup. If you're interested, I'm assuming. All right, liquid tank connector. Build a liquid tank connector in the highlighted position. There we go. Sparkle, rating party of 4. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Wrestle, water tank, onto tank connector. How do I do said thing? Oh, hey. Wiggly. How do I let go of it? Oh God, how do I let go of it? Oh God. Make it go. Make it go away. There we go. Okay. Hello, Sparkle. Hello, Midnight. Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? All right. It's being wrestled. It's being perfect. Love it. Wrench. Wrestle. Perfect. Did it. Finish the liquid pipe network by connecting the liquid pipes into the tank connector. Sure. I can do that. Probably. Probably, maybe. It's a raid party. Alright, get liquid pipes. Yep, liquid pipes. Got it. Cool. Yep. Okay, so we are assembling doodads. That looks like we need a T. And another T. And then a not so T. You're almost ready to fill your water bottle. Grab an empty bottle from the crate and then insert it into your bottle filler. Alright then. Water bottle. You got a water bottle. Water bottle. Fill it. Oh. Water bottle into thingy, but no water actually in there yet. Got it. Buttons! All the buttons got pushed. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. All the buttons. Okay, some of the buttons got pushed. It was definitely a not T. Yes. Buttons. I need to hydrate, and I need to stretchy. And I need to save. I don't know if I can save during the tutorial. That might be a thing we'll have to hold off on. Fork. All of the Snap Crackle Pops. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm trying to brain. Braining is difficult. I will hold off on that kitty time because they are not here at the moment and they are not screaming at me. So I'm going to call that a win. I'm going to go ahead and refund your kitty time for the moment. And if they show up, we'll get a kitty on frame. Excellent. Now it's time to add water to your liquid network. Grab the ore belt from the crate, then use the ice crusher to process ice into water. Okie dokie. So let's go ahead and get that out of my pocket. That. Oh, we got a lot of ice. All right. Where's my crusher? There's my crusher. Pretty sure. Yeah, ice crusher. Okay. Ice in crusher. On. Go, little grindy ice machine, go. Alright, fill. Lovely. Drink water. I have learned how to drink water. Huzzah. Now you have a water supply. Let's get growing. Hydroponic trays provide a simple and effective system for growing plants of all sorts. Finish the network by adding another tray to the array. Tray array. Array of trays. Alright, let's put you back there. Hydroponic tray versus hydroponic device. Interesting. Okay, okay, good. Button. A close-up of my favorite mug, you say? That happens to be the lovely Twinticle mug. It is available for order. In fact, we're gonna zoom in a little bit more. The Twinticle mug, designed by Demos. And it happens to be available there, except for there is not working because my bot's being dumb again. God damn it, chatbot, stop turning off on me. Thanks, Sparkle. Appreciate it. I need to contact their support. Because my cloud bot, my chat bot just keeps turning off every once in a while, and I don't know why. Alright. So that has been accomplished. Before you plant anything, set up a grow light so you can grow all through the night too, bruh. Alright, I no longer like their writing. Alright, grow light. Grow light, grow light, grow light, grow light. There we go. Pick up cable. Build cable. Cable, cable, cable. Ah. Light. 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 Different plants require different atmospheric ratios, but today we're just testing the basics. You've got water, light, and the correct gas mix. So it's time to plant wheat in each of the hydroponic trays. Oh. I'm a space farmer. I'm moon farming. You know, like that other game that I played that was not as great. Was that other... Oh, there was a question earlier. So the new Raider highlight thing is actually quite distracting. I might turn that off. Because it's counting me as part of the raid, because I was watching both of you before you raided me. So all of the chat is being highlighted currently. How do I turn that off? Chat highlights. It's like I don't want to not be notified of raiders, but fuck it. I'll see if I can get used to it. But yes, we did play this before, as Pine has very eloquently stated. Alright, we slap the wheat down. Oh, and we're instantly grown. Okie dokie. Well, I appreciate that. I did not miss that, Sparkle. I did catch that. Plant those french fries. It's harvest time. You can eat raw wheat if you like, but it will provide more nourishment if you cook it. Harvest 20 wheat, then use the reagent processor to turn it into flour. Yes, Sparkle, goodbye. Alright, wheat. Seed to clear wheat. We'll create wheat seed. Wheat does not have the correct atmosphere gas composition. I feel like that's a lie. Harvest wheat. I am harvesting wheat. Alright, I'm going to need you to grow again for me. Because I don't have any control over this. I got 10 wheat. Grow. Do. Show previous window. No, okay. Grow. Do. Do thing. A new bot does seem more reliable, yes. What would you rename MIGD? Ow. What? What? I have 20 wheat. What's this then? I got wheat seeds. Oh, okay. So I had to harvest the wheat seeds off first, and then I can harvest the wheat itself. Got it. I was confused. So let's just plop them wheat seeds down there. Add wheat to reagent processor funnel. Turn on bench. Turn on reagent processor. Create flour. Get flour from reagent processor. Okay. Microwave. Nope. Reagent processor. Okay. Add wheat to reagent processor. That's output. Okay. Input. Reagent processor, aka the blender. Got it. Turn on bench. Powered bench powers both of these machines. Cool. All right. Process me some flour, please. Are you talking about this lovely fellow over here? He is a little bit distracting. Yes, we did talk earlier about doing the thing about cutting out the background and placing my face over there on top of dude as my webcam placement. I can see a couple different games where that would be handy, so I might look into doing that. Alright, get flour from reagent processor. I now have flour. In a moment, you'll have flour. No, I have flour now. So you can get baking. You can cook a variety of foods in the microwave, including delicious muffins. Make sure to follow the recipe exactly, because baking is a science. Alright, open the microwave. Add egg to microwave. Do we have ingredients in here? Oh, that's an egg. That's a hell of an egg. Alright, egg. Add 10 ml of milk. Add milk. 10 ml of milk. Add 50 grams of flour. 50 grams of flour. Close the microwave. Turn on the microwave. Microwave that muffin. Muffin. You're about to receive one of Agra Zero's finest muffins. Enjoy it and banish that hunger, cadet. I shall. I shall indeed. Muffin. Muffin. I ate 3% of my muffin. Delicious. Well done, cadet. You've demonstrated a high degree of self-sufficiency and acceptable culinary talents. Stationeer Command will be proud of you. Press the important blue button to transmit your results. I shall. I'm gonna eat more of my muffin. I can't eat more of my muffin. Damn it! Right, it goes from, you know, giant egg the size of your head to magic bowl in the microwave to magic muffin. This isn't science, this is magic. Supposedly you can microwave like a brownie recipe in like a mug, and it comes out fairly okay. I haven't tried it myself, but I've seen the recipes for it. Alright, next up, gas mixing. Alright, we're getting into stuff that beyond my previous self. You've done the microwave brownie things, nice. Welcome, cadet. Deployed as a stationeer, you'll need to create all manner of fuels and atmospheres for far-flung ODA bases. So let's explore your knowledge of gas filtering and mixing. I don't know why I keep clicking. It doesn't work. A stationeer's work is never done, but your welder's out of gas. Time to create more fuel. First, you'll need a source of oxygen. Your plants make oxygen from CO2, and there's plenty of that in your suit waste tank. Just vent it into the hydroponics room. Ah, I have to fart my suit to feed my plants to power my welder. That seems legit. Suit. Select waste tank. Open. I have vented. In order to extract oxygen from the atmosphere in this room, build an active vent in the highlighted position. Use it to pump atmosphere to your filtration system. I suppose I just exhaled very loudly then. I'm assuming farts are primarily methane, but there's probably some other stuff in there too that I don't know about. Alright, active vent from crate. Plop. 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 Now, leave your greenery alone for a moment. Move through the airlock to the atmospherics room to construct your gas mixing system. If you insist. Also, I'm curious how long the Raider highlight shows up, because you guys are still showing up as Raiders. Yes, Pine. So that was one of the reasons I wanted to start over solo, because I did none of that automation stuff, and I was very lost when it came time to doing any of it. So I wanted to try to get a handle on some of it, so I wasn't feeling lost. To extract oxygen from the hydroponic room atmosphere, you'll need to reverse entropy. No. That's why the next step is building a filtration unit. Reversing entropy is hard, though. Alright, get Atmo from crate. Build Atmo doodad. So what do we need? We need the filtration unit. Okay, yep. And then we need auto. There we go. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. To pass the hydroponic room's atmosphere into your filtration unit, complete the green oxygen pipe network. The sorter system that we made was pretty neat. But again, I had very little to do with much of that, so I wanna be productive. I wanna help next time. You know what, Big D? I used to have this squid on my head. It was tied onto my headset. It no longer works with this headset, so I had to move it elsewhere. But I had it on top of my head for a long time, and a good chunk of people coming into the stream thought it was a Deadpool or a Spider-Man. But yeah, it's definitely angry squid. I also have large version. He's big. He's about the size of my head. Large angry version. Occasionally he can fit up here, but it's a very much a balance situation. All right, get pipes from crate. Pipes. Build pipes. Pipes. Complete oxygen pipe network. Pipes. Pipe. There we go. The filtration unit produces two things, usable gas and waste gas, which you should dispose of, or loud, unpleasant things may happen. Connect the filtration unit's waste outlet to the waste network, so you can expel unwanted gas into the infinite void. Can't see Spider-Man? That's fair. I do see mostly Deadpool, yep. Okay, so we need to grab second pipe kit. Complete the waste network. A filtration unit can filter out two gases simultaneously, but right now you just need oxygen to mix welder fuel. So add an oxygen filter to the unit. Oxygen filter. To reduce the chance of your fuel accidentally igniting, it's a good idea to chill your gas. Many stationeers learn this the messy way. To cool your pipes, run them outside and add pipe radiators, which disperse heat. Oh, neat. Get pipe radiator from crate. Yep. Add pipe radiator to the highlighted position, which is outside. Oh, we already have several pipe radiators. Okay. You know what? I'm probably venting everything, aren't I? Here, close that. That it didn't work. Give me that back. There we go. The most commonly used stationary fuel has two components, oxygen and volatile gas. Although I'm noticing we don't have a pretty picture video thing here. There's volatile ices in the mining belt in the crate. Add some to the ice crusher for processing. Note volatiles sublime rapidly, but it's not inside the ore belt or the crusher. Okie dokie. See, now the bot's working again. Alright, mining belt. I'm also gonna go ahead and put this away. Add volatiles to ice crusher. Ice crusher, here we are. To blend your fuel, you need to connect your oxygen and volatile networks using a gas mixer. Mixers let you set the correct ratio, avoiding the uselessness and disappointment of a bad mix. Oh, okay. Let's do that then. I kind of want to push the important button. Hey, the merge thing works now. Thanks, Sparkle. There should be an alert. Whether or not that's currently working is up for debate. Get gas mixer from crate. I have gas mixer. Build gas mixer in highlighted position. Hey, right here. Yeah, yes? Probably? To make sure you don't overpressure your canister, add a pressure regulator. Another important lesson for stationeers who want to keep existing. I like existing, it's kind of nice. Pressure regulator. You don't want gases mixing until you're ready, so you need to open and close pipes using valves. We've placed one for you. Add another to your oxygen network. This is a complex setup. To recharge a fuel canister, put it in a tank storage unit. These attach directly to pipe networks. Build one in the indicated spot. The hoodies are insanely soft. I really love my hoodie. And the shirts are definitely good too. I appreciate the consideration, Big D. And I also appreciate even more you waiting until you have money. Preferably waiting until you have more money than you need. Excellent. Your gas network is now set up. Insert your welder's empty fuel canister into the storage unit so it's ready for filling. Alright, so I need to welder, gas canister. To find the correct gas mix ratio for fuel, consult the Stationpedia canister fuel page. Okie dokie. Fuel. Canister fuel. The orange portable fuel gas canister supplies a 64-liter mixture of 66% volatiles and 34% oxygen for powering such items as the welding torch and the portable generator. All gas canisters are full when fabricated to a pressure of 8,000 kPa, 80 atmos, and can be mounted to a portable gas tank or gas storage for refill. Careful not to pressurize beyond 10 megapascals, or it may go bang. Okie dokie. It's a nice mug. It's a nice mug. Hey, that's fair. You do what's best for you. All right, so 66% volatiles, 34% oxygen. Got it. 66, 34. Okay, so how do I do that? That's on. That's pressure. So okay. C for smaller increments. 66, 34. However, I'm not entirely sure that's right. Which one's input 1 and which one's input 2? Your volatiles. Your oxygen. I'm assuming you're 1 and you're 2, so I have this backwards. There we go. Only 2 years away. Only 2 years away. Good, now set the pressure on the regulator. This will stop your canister from overpressurizing and exploding. A safe pressure for canisters is 1950, although they can tolerate up to 10 megapascals. Okay, so pressure regulator. Nope. We're going to put it up to 1950 because that's what it says it wants me to do. Oh, for fuck's sake. I can use a labeler to directly enter a value. That's good to know. I don't have one of those right now, but that's good to know. Great work, Cadet. Everything is ready. You can safely begin turning on your equipment to start processing fuel. Let's do that. This is a big project. Look how many steps there are to turn this thing on. All right, hydroponics room. Where's my hydroponics room? Hydroponics room, this way. The one that says grow room. Alright, so hydroponics room, I have to set the active vent to inward, and then I have to turn it on. Active vent, set inward, on. Turn on gas mixer. Man, this entire night is going to be nothing but tutorial for this game. Yeesh. Alright, turn on gas mixer. Plop. Turn on pressure regulator. Plop. Turn on ice crusher. Plop. Turn on filtration unit. Plop. The volatiles and oxygen are currently waiting patiently in the pipes. Open the valves to let them flow in through the gas mixer into your welder canister. I shall. So that would be you, and you. Excellent! While the canister is filling, use your tablet to check that oxygen is entering the pipe. You'll need to insert the Atmo analyzer, then hold the tablet over the pipe. Alright, where's my tablet? Where's my tablet? Tablet. Atmo analyzer. Tablet. Sterling work, Cadet. Your fuel canister is now refilled. The ODA is relieved and impressed with your self-sufficiency. Insert your canister into your welder. Okay, so pipe. Pressure is 3.2 megapascals. Temperature is 24, give or take. We have 100% O2. And over here, we have volatile, 100%, at a half a megapascal, at minus 4.5 C. Lovely. Good night, Big D. Thanks for hanging out. Good luck getting into your routine for your new work, and congratulations. Also, howdy, Kinder. How you doing? Welcome. Okie dokie. Retrieve canister from storage unit. Now, can I just... 3268? That does not feel like the number I put in there. That feels like something went a little bit awry. But it's fine, I guess. Alright, take canister. Where's my welder? Welder. I forgot I already had the thingy open. Alright. You can now finish this room by completing the airlock with your fully refueled welder. Let's build. Watch the original Ocean's 11 tonight. Nice. I have not seen it. I have only seen the newer version. Alright, complete the airlock. Alright, so we need plastic sheets in hand. Conveniently placed plastic sheets next door. Nice. Alright, and then we need a crowbar and 2 glass sheets. Nope. Off first. Crowbar. Glass sheet. Complete. Very promising, Cadet. The ODA will be glad to hear that you can be trusted to filter and mix combustible fuels. Excellent progress. Press the mysterious blue button to transmit your results. I forgot to write next door. Oh, it's a Rat Pack movie. Nice. I did not know that. All right. Next, logic. Welcome back, Cadet. Stationeer Command wants to test your understanding of basic logic circuits. Demonstrate your skills by designing a lighting control system. Alright, well, good luck to me. Even though it's going to tell me exactly how to do it. Alright, 1 second here. Okay. Like most logic systems in the galaxy, Stationeers devices use two values, 0 and 1, to set states like on, off, open, close, lock, unlock. Today, you will use logic systems to control a lighting system. Start by placing a light switch. Use the lever from the kit. Right. Logic switch. Lever. We have a lever. Most OD devices have two ports, power and data. Data ports transmit information about a device's current state using the same network as power, so connect your lever to the cable network. As its name suggests, a logic reader is how you read logic values from devices. To read data from the lever, place a logic reader in the highlighted position. Note the logic flows in one direction only. Okie dokie. I don't think that's how logic works, but I could be wrong. Okay, so we need logic reader. We also have writer. Okay. Oh, we have other. Oh, so we have logic reader, logic writer, batch writer, logic mirror, slot reader, batch reader, reagent reader, batch slot reader, logic writer switch, and then back to logic reader. So that's a hell of a lot of shit. In, out, done. A logic writer is different. It receives data from the logic reader, then writes that data to a given device, a light in this case. Alright, so we have logic writer that goes here. Now it's time to program these simple logic devices. Start with the logic reader. Use a screwdriver to set the input in to lever, and then set the variable var to read open. Wait, what? Screwdriver. So typically in, out is, one direction is normal, but can be done bidirectional if there's additional circuitry. Got it. I'm not an electrical engineer. Circuitry is not a thing I've been fully trained on. Most of what I know I have learned in games, which is rough. Alright, so set logic reader input to in, lever. Set reader open. Okay, got it. Now program the logic writer. Set the writer's input in to logic reader and output out to wall light. Lastly, set the output variable outvar to on so that it toggles the lights on off variable. Okie dokie. That's fair. Alright, so in logic reader, out wall light and on variable. Now the logic reader and the logic writer are programmed. It's safe to turn them on. On. We open a lever. Yes. We turn them on with little buttons. Excellent. Now you're ready to test the logic circuit. Try turning on the light by flipping the lever. Hey, we got lights. Well done, Cadet. You've created a basic logic circuit. Now set up a system to control several lights at once. Start by connecting all of the lights in the room to a logic network. I could probably do that. We need cables. To set up this system, you'll need to adjust the logic devices. Turn them off first, or they get confused. I know, me too. With the logic writer turned off, you can reset the lever without throwing yourself into terrifying darkness. You need to add a batch writer to the network. Batch writers are just like logic writers, except they can write to multiple devices. Okie dokie. Batch writer. Search through the batch writer's outputs for wall light. This will cause it to write to every wall light on the network. Right, screwdriver. Oops. Wall light, there we go. Now set the batch writer's input to logic reader and out to outvar on. Okay. Logic reader, outvar on, done. The batch writer is now programmed, so you're ready to turn it on, as well as the logic reader. On. On. Okay, let's test the whole system now. Throw the lever, and there will be let there be light. Light. Kablam! Great work, Cadet. You've mastered basic logic, but to transmit your results, you'll need to get out of this room. The doors are locked. Use logic to fix that. First, turn off the lights. Turn off the logic units, not the lights. Leave the lights on. Now you can reset the logic lever without turning off your lights. Yup. Programming the door is simple. It's already connected to the network, so just set the original logic writer to output to glass door and write the door's open variable. Okay. So we need out to out. 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 Glass door. There we go. Open for glass door. Yes. There we go. Now open the door using the logic lever. The magical logic lever. Door. On. Excellent, Cadet. Now you have the knowledge and skills to create basic logic circuits. Take your new wisdom and experiment with other devices, systems, and networks. There is a universe of possibilities out there. Press the important blue button to transmit your results. I never actually fully set it to read and write, so it's not even a lever control, it's just logic writing is automatically on. A little bit weird. Blue button. It's fine. We partially logicked. We partially learned how to logic. Aha. I have done basic logic. Now we need logic. Perfect. Logic. Welcome back. Command wants to test your understanding of basic logic circuits. We just was kind of hoping it would give me a new advanced logic, but apparently here we are. All right, so I think we finished the tutorials. There were 2 more listed, but they were not done yet. They were listed as not yet in the game. So we got as far as logic, and there's research and rocketry coming. So that's kind of neat. So that was quite the lengthy tutorial process. 2 full hours. I guess we start a new world and see if we can figure out how to start the game. I guess. What friggin' time is it? It's 11. We got some time. Alright, new world. So we have Moon, we have Mars, Europa, Mimas, Vulcan. That looks awesome. Asteroid Belt, and Venus. So, last time we were here, I remember there was a different planet starting point that was also around the black hole. But it wasn't, I don't think it was Vulcan. It might have been Vulcan. I don't remember for sure, but it was much more sedate. It looked like it was a regular old dried up dust ball planet that had a bunch of destroyed structures on it. So I think they made it a little bit more difficult. So let's see. Moon is 100% solar energy. Gravity is low. Yep, everything seems fine. Temperature is colder. Temperature is none. Alright, fair. Mars temperature is there. Solar energy 91% of Earth. A little bit higher gravity. No pressure. Pressure, okay. Europa is cold. 42% solar energy. Higher pressure. Mimas. 18% solar energy, so that one's going to be much more difficult to get power. Vulcan has 150% Earth solar energy, so we got a lot of power, but it's also hot as balls. So try not to die. Asteroid belt, 0, 0, 100%, okay. So asteroid belt is creative. All of the other ones are survival. Venus is also hot as balls. Cool, cool. Let's just start a basic moon run, I guess. Although I am curious to see how bad Vulcan is. Let's start a Vulcan quick, just to see how bad it actually is. Normal, sure. Save name. Sure. Save it Vulcan 2. Might be because I had previous saves. Alright, how bad is this place? It's already eating my landing pod, so cool. Definitely bad. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. I was kind of hoping we could see the black hole, but I guess we got to rotate for that a little bit. So yeah, it's a little bit toasty. A little bit on the toasty side. Ah, yes, okay. So you get your lander with a bunch of boxes full of stuff. Why you gotta eat my thing? Alright, how bad is it? You know what? Not bad. I was kind of expecting to melt the second I got down here. But it's only 126C standing on this lava. Alright. I just wanted to check out, see what it looked like. It looks neat. But I don't think I'm ready for this level of difficult survival at the moment. So shall we go back and... Oh, what's that? Blue glowy. Is that my landing pad? Yes, okay. It is. Alright, let's don't save, just exit. Alright, let's try a proper one. Also, what do we got here? We do have our previous saves. That's interesting. We shall delete. Apparently I attempted a solo. I don't think it went very far. It's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. New world. Moon. We're just gonna do moon. Although it is tempting to do one of the harder ones. I think I really need to know what the hell I'm doing first. So moon. Yeah. Alright. I think we'll stick with normal. Oh, we even start off with the flare. How lovely. Alright, we're in a crater. This is wonderful. We have some iron. Okay, this is lovely. Little crater. We have some volatiles, we have iron, we have ice, we have a thing. We have plenty of materials nearby. Should we just build in the crater? I mean, it'd be nice to have more light. Look at my little dude. Look at my little dude. Yeah, I think it'd be nice to have light, so I don't think building the crater is the best plan. So maybe you just right out here. Portable appliance kits, consumable supplies, residential supplies. Residential supplies. Ah. Soup. Tables. Microwave. Lovely. Organic supplies. Seeds and whatnot. Construction supplies 1 and 2. Wonderful. Okay. We start off with enough for an airlock, it looks like. Okay. So let's see about making a basic structure. I will need iron frames. Wow, you're really just gonna start off with a whole bunch of crap, don't you? Let's put you in there. Alright, I have absolutely no idea how big I want this thing to be. For lack of better idea, we're doing right here, I guess. So let's do that. Alright, my grid's a little bit wonky. What about... Oh god. Oh god. Actually, this little crater might be kind of neat. Yeah, let's do right here. Alright, now we can walk on it. Okay, so we have basic bitch platform. Oh, apparently we're creating a lot of gas. Now, one thing I was curious about is these iron wall kits. How do these work? Like a so. Got it. Perfect. Oh, and they count ceilings too. Alright, neat. Okay, got it. Alright, gravity, stop being a bitch. Stop it. So we've got wall types of various varieties. And then we got windows. Alright, I don't know exactly what I'm building yet, but let's just slap down some walls. I will do... How do I disassemble these again? Angle grinder. Okay. I think I did windows here. I don't want windows. Alright, so we've got some walls. Let's slap some iron sheets on these things. Ah, yes. Lovely. Very professional looking. Alright, and then you are done? Ah. It says iron window. I was kind of sort of expecting there to be a glass step of that. So apparently that's not the thing we want to do. But that's fine. I probably am going to have to crack open one of these and decide a side that we're going to walk in and out of. Probably right here. Oh, crowbar to rip the metal plates off of there. Okay, what about you? You are... Oh, glass sheet to continue construction. Oh, so it does do glass sheet. Alright, well that's fine. I just need glass sheet in my pocket. Yep. Oh. Ow. Alright, I probably should see if we can get these things manhandled. How do you manhandle these things? I think there was something like wrench or crowbar needed to do that. Yes. Blunk. So let's take the construction materials. This away. Make them a little bit easier to access. Oh, it's fine. And I don't know why I'm just noticing this now after 2.5 hours, but there's no music. There was lovely music in the menu. So how's about we do some music? Alright, so we have construction supplies. Do anything else? We've got portable appliance kits, which we may need. Consumables. There's the residential supplies we'll get to eventually. We have a portable gas tank for oxygen. Organic supplies we don't need yet. I think we're good. Okay. Portable appliances probably want. Okay. We got stuff. Stuff is good. Lovely. Lovely. Alright, so the one thing that I'm missing currently is how do I figure out what all my stats are and how not to die. Because they never really covered that in the tutorials. They never really said, here's your stats and here's now how not to die. So I'm at 83% what looks like burger, and I am 59% mug. We're also at 0 pressure. Internal pressure is low but fine. Perfect. I is helmet, so I'm not pushing that button. So let's go ahead and remove this thing. Now, for these iron frames, can we do shapes? No ramps or ladders or anything like that. So there's probably a different object for that. So we got what we got for right now. That's fine. All right, let's put you away somewhere. I don't have anywhere to put you away. That's fine. Here, let's clean up a little bit. So handheld tablet, you can have the, I don't know, tracker chip. That's fine. That is literally the only cleanup I can do currently. Okay, well that's fine. What are you? You are medical pill. Okay. We have a can of propellant. EVA suit's got air. We have 68% left on the life support battery. We're going to need that. 91% left on the CO2 filter, and we've got 3 of those, so we're fine for a while, hopefully. Let's see. We have a can of tomato soup. Got a water bottle. Got a credit card. Lovely. Don't ever leave home without your credit card. It's important. Alright. So I think I need to get started with putting down stuff like the arc furnace, power controller, autolave, solid generator probably would be helpful. I do need to figure out a way to get up in here more reliably, so we could do like a bridge from up here perhaps. That'd be kind of neat. Yeah, power and gas collection would be nice. Oh, I bonked. I bonked. Oh god. Alright, you know what? Let's do... Let's do a little buildy thing here. That'll be a little bit easier to navigate. And then we need that, and we need that. Oh, I need iron sheets. I don't have iron sheets, that's iron walls. I need iron sheets. There we go. There we go. Little walkie way. Alright, now you, I was going to put glass in you. So I needed glass sheets. Do I have glass sheets? I did not see them on the first pass. Let's take another pass. Glass sheets. We have glass sheets. Hey, perfect. There we go. Now we got a glass window. And this may eventually become airlock, something like that. But for right now, I want to get shit down. So let's do battery charger. I know we'll need that. I don't know exactly where we need that just yet, but we'll need it for sure. Battery charger. Perfect. We'll just slap you down there for now. Alright, so this one is our arc furnace, which is quite the hefty beast. I'll just slap you down there for now. And then we need generator. Probably going to want to have access to the data at some point, so we'll slap you there for the moment. Get power, need cables. Oops, I keep doing that. Gravity. Gravity's a bitch. Cables. 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 No cables. Well, that's exciting. Alright. Cool. Are they in one of the other boxes, perhaps? No, they're in my friggin' pocket. Yep. Thanks. I forgot. I forgot they count as tools, so I'm just not used to that part yet. Alright, so cables. Let's see if we can get Mary? Mary. Yeah, that'll be fine. Alright, and then I need that. And then we need that. Okay, cable get. Now you are the solid fuel generator. Where is your input slot? Did I put your input slot on the back? I did put your input slot in the back. Well, that was brilliant of me. All right, cool. Fine. Be that way. Hand drill, of course. Okay, so where's the actual input output on this thing? There's that. Data's on the front. So we're probably going to want to do something like that there. And then I need wire cutters. Okay. That's a little bit better. Except for the part where I put it in the... Power low. Alright then. How low is my power? 50%. We're fine. Hopefully she'll yell at me again when we're a little bit more dangerous. So yeah, I did that, which was ever so brilliant of me. It'll probably be fine for right now, right? It's just a little bit partway through the wall, you know. It's fine. For love. Yeah, it's fine. So let's I will get used to gravity one day. I will, I swear. Alright, for right now, I'll just slap these guys in here. I'm just trying to free up some space is what's going on, because everything's full. Alright, so, I don't have any fuel to put in here yet. One thing to consider is that I could plop down a solar. I do believe we have one of them things. It's somewhere in here. Solar panel, basic, yes.
Hydration critical.
Oh, yeah, we're at 19%. That is a little bit critical. Yep, okay. Oh. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Let's do a little bit of a drinky drink. Nope, nope. In hand, please. Thank you. Oh no. Helmet closed. I don't have I don't have an enclosed environment to be safe yet. Uh-oh. Ah. Uh-oh. Alright, well, let's see if we can fix that problem. Alright, so somewhere in here we had doors. Doors. And we also have an airlock kit. We have consoles. Nope. Nope. Stop. I probably need to finish building these things, don't I? Balls. Stop. Definitely not used to all of the ins and outs of the menu navigation, the item navigation stuff. Iron sheets, construct por favor. I have iron sheets. Just need them in my pocket. Got it. Door. Plastic sheets. Alright, then we need crowbar with glass. I don't believe I have glass on me, so let's find where I remembered to put that somewhere. I like how we have a force open option, because I don't have power in any of this crap yet. Yeah, I'm gonna need to... I'm gonna need to die very shortly here is what's gonna happen, I'm pretty sure. Because I did not account for how long it takes to set up all this stuff. And my first task should have been to set up air, breathing, so that I can take off my helmet. Because, yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it in 4% of hydration remaining. Rip Earth, I will miss you. I could probably, maybe get away with ripping open my helmet quick. Alright, let's do this.
Pressure critical. Temperature critical.
Don't worry about it.
Oxygen critical.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Just a little light exposure, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Alright, so that gives me a little bit of quote-unquote breathing room, even though I had to cause some serious pain for myself to do that. I also did not set this up to be optimal. I probably should have wired the door other way around. but it's fine, I guess. How do I disassemble that to turn it around? No, that's not, no. Deconstruct. Hand drill, deconstruct. And then wrench. There we go. I think that'll be a little bit easier to work with. Alright, so what the hell's next? Welding. Okay, so that gives me wire and power and whatnot there, which is a little bit easier to work with. Let's do... I don't know if I need... I do need the data connected, don't I? Where's my input slot on this thing? There, okay. You know what? I don't like these walls. Everything gets mounted on the outside of the wall. And it's very difficult to see where everything's located. But it's fine. We'll figure it out. Alright, so I need that split. I need more split. That was not enough split. More split. Alright, and then you need that way. Open door. Alright. Well, that's mildly obnoxious to work with as well. Top slot, right? Yeah, okay. There we go. Wired. Wired-ish. I will need to plug it all into here as well. Oh. Oh. I can't go through? Interesting. Alright. Well, in that case then, I could wire it to the back over here. Probably. Interesting. I can't build there at all. Okay, good to know. Can I just do this instead? There. It's janky, but it'll do for the moment until I figure out what the fuck I'm doing. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So it'll at least be a connection. Then I just realized I need to hook up the solar as well. Cool. So solar, do you need additional connection? You need additional construction, right? Yes, yes you do. construct it. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, so I do need to hook this up. I could probably wire it into this mess somehow. Single solar is better to be flat? Alright. So I suppose I'll probably need crowbar to deconstruct it. Alright, fair enough. And then... Nope, that's not the right button. That's still not the right button. That C to rotate is messing with me. I don't know why, but C is not rotate in any other game. It's always R to rotate, so the fact that it's C is just throwing me off a little bit. Or Q and E, yeah, that's another common rotation. Yeah, but this is definitely not using a common rotation, regardless of which you prefer. All right, so we're hooked up. Whether or not it all works is a different matter, but it's hooked up, and we are currently generating 0. Perfect. Love it. Because that would be because the sun is not up. Alright. Device not powered, which is fine. Because this is not doing a thing yet, because I don't have any solid fuel to put in there just yet. I need vents and shit. Okay, let's get these things. No, stop it. Alright, auto lathe, power controller, iron sheets. An active vent.
Power critical.
I know. There. Perfect. Probably. Alright. Airlock chip. Can go into here. I think I need glass on that to do the thing, but that's fine. Active vent. So active vent. Where did that need to go again? I think that needed to go. I know we need an active vent in here, but I also think we need passive vent. Yeah, let's put active vent there for now. Do we have any other vents? I don't think we do. Power controller. Yeah, I don't think we have any other vent type objects. What was this one? Sensors. Okay. Alright, let's slap down some more machines. Love it. Perfect. Alright, they are here. We have an air conditioner. We have a generator. I don't know exactly how it works, but we have it. They definitely did not go through any of the portable stuff, so we're gonna have to figure that out. Portable air scrubber. We got a button. Does things. We got a button. Does things. We got battery requirements. I'm just kicking these things around at this point. Alright. What about what about there? Close enough. Alright. So we need several batteries. We need things to do stuff. I need to be able to open and close these doors would be handy. Let's see about doing a moment of mining. Alright, I need something like coal. Would be handy. It would be a good idea to label the doors if I had a label maker. I don't recall having a label maker. Yeah, I do not have one. They did not provide. So that's gonna have to be a later project. The only other tool that I've got that's not in my pocket is a wrench. Alright, so let's see about finding ores. The handheld tablet. I think the trackers were only for existing beacons and whatnot. And I don't think I have any sort of ore detection method or anything like that. So we're just going to have to wander and hope. And I'm already at 47% hydration, so the ability to survive is surprisingly difficult. Especially for not knowing what the hell I'm doing. Oh, also, finding where home is again. Rough. Rough indeed. Alright. Maybe going out and getting materials is not great in the dark. Probably not a good plan. So, that being said, labeler is in the consumables box. Why, so it is. Okay. 'Tis been labeled. I think we had to build that beacon, but you're right. We did have that, and I don't recall. I don't recall either if we started with it or not. Man, I did not give myself much room, did I? Here, let's slap that thing down there. That'll be fine. Hey, light! We got light! Trying to see if we have power of any variety or not. Oh, no, we don't have power yet. We're not high enough. Fair. Alright, so we have an air scrubber, which takes gas filters. We have a portable generator, which takes a gas canister. We have a booted machine. I don't know. I booted it. The portable air conditioner, which takes a battery. We got power! We got power! Huzzah! Alright, let's get glass. Get glass for that, and then do we have the disc in here somewhere? We have the disc. Hooray! Alright. External door. Exterior. Interior. Hooray! Error in config. Well, balls.
Hunger caution.
Fuck's sake, lady, leave me alone. Probably needs the air vent to be connected, doesn't it? Probably. Alright, let's do that. Active vent. Vent. Give. Error in config. Alright, so we're all hooked up, but I'm probably doing the vent wrong somehow. Probably would not be surprised if I was doing the vent wrong. We got the vent hooked up to power, but it does not have a hose on the top. Because I was kind of thinking we'd vent out to space, but it does not like that. Do I have to manually close the interior door? Okay, let's turn you off. Unable to force. Okay. Airlock is currently disabled. So I think...
Hydration critical.
Shut your face, lady. Ain't got time for your bullshit. I mean, we got sun. Sun is definitely there. So these got locked open at some point, and I don't know why exactly. But I think it's related to this situation. But I can't force it open or closed. It's supposed to just do its thing as soon as it's configured correctly. So clearly I didn't do that right. Turning it off and on again doesn't work. So it's definitely not configured correctly. And I don't know if that's just because... Yeah, so the devices have gotten locked because they're hooked up to the machine here. And it is not configured in such a way to work correctly. Here, let me take you. Can I put large battery in there while we have power? Oh god. Stop it. Battery. Charge. And we lost power. Well, the door bolts got locked, which is a fascinating problem to have. Because the whole point of having a force open close thing might mean it's pointless to have force open close if the force open close gets locked. But it's fine, whatever. Hello, Gila. How are you? Hello. Hi, kitty. Alright, let's see. We're reading a thing. Hey, come here. Kitty. Kitty. So a passive vent is optional, which is good. Ensure the exterior door is open and the interior door is closed. Yeah, great. I can't do that at the moment because they're locked. So that's a non-starter. Gas sensor is a thing I was missing. So maybe that's the part. That we just don't have a gas sensor to finish off the routine. I could probably dismantle one. Let's see if the sensor is enough. Like if it gets connected with the sensor, maybe that's enough to trigger it to be smart again. Alright, let's see. Where do I have active connections I can use? That'll work. Nope, that is definitely not the right sensor. Sensor. Drill? Gas sensor. There we go, gas sensor. Okay. Gas sensor is hooked up. Good, sure. And of course we don't have power again. So that's a minor problem. And I also don't have any of the power control thingies installed or anything like that. So clearly I have some setup and learning to accomplish. Oh, I am currently thirsting, and my health is going down. So I think we'll also do hunger while I'm taking off my helmet. So helmet,
Temperature critical.
it's
Pressure
fine.
critical.
Don't worry about it, lady.
Oxygen critical.
Okay, we're fine. Now that was the last of my water, so that's a thing to be concerned about. I definitely need to learn more. That's what's going on here. I need to learn more. Because I don't have power, and power is kind of important. I don't have oxygen production. That's kind of important. I don't have food or water production. That's also kind of important. Oops. Let's just how do we eat? Right, you just throw it. Perfect. Let's see if we can get at least this battery charged up while we wait. To figure out how the hell to do anything. Power controller. Yeah, I don't have enough. That's true. I haven't checked my stuff to see if I have another water bottle. We'll see.
Power low.
Let's see. We've got spray paint, beacons, spray paint, flags, advanced airlock, road flares. Well, we do have another water bottle. That was good. We also have more tomato soup. Ore scanner. There we go. Did that say beacon? Flag. Tracking beacon, yes. They do require batteries, though. So that's a thing. With zero power production, I feel like using batteries would be difficult. And that sun does not stay up for very long. I would like sun, please. Sun would be nice, or the ability to find some coal or whatever. So let's turn this thing on. No radar selected. Cool. How do I select the radar for this thing? True. I could run out and get coal with a beacon. Oh, God. Alright. Beacon. I think we just huck. Perfect. And then I think I need the tracker to find that again. Beacon on. Tracking. Okay, good. We go. All right, so we got copper. We got copper. I really just need some sort of solid fuel for the moment. We got gold. We got copper. Silver. Ice. Iron. Gold. Hole. Hole. Oh, sweet mother of God. There was no ground there. There was literally no ground there. It was just a hole into nothing. There we go. Now it's loaded in. That was kind of terrifying. Copper. I'm really hesitant to get any other materials because I can't. I only have so much room. Cobalt, okay. More volatiles. Alright, so it's entirely possible that carbon is not going to be an easy thing to locate. I would hope that it would be an easy thing to locate, because we kind of need it. Iron. Yeah, definitely not easy to locate with 10 feet of light in front of me. That is a problem. Silicon, uranium. I'm a little bit low on the tech tree to be able to use that for anything. Hello, Gila. How are you, kitty? More silicon. More volatiles. More ice. Oh, yeah, oxide. Okay. Copper. Iron. More oxide. Cobalt. Coal. Haha. Oh. All right, we're just gonna switch the drilling tool.
Hydration critical.
You know what, lady? I don't have time to deal with you. Alright, so I have 37 coal so far. 58. This is good. Alright, that'll have to do for now. Okay, so you can go away. You can turn off first. You can get in the pocket. You can turn on, and we're going back home. I went 300 plus meters away. See, now I can see shit. I can see all sorts of shit. Turns out having light is kind of sort of handy. Did you know I am 0 meters away from myself? That is important information to know. Huzzah! I see the base. The gravity, like, stops working occasionally, which is weird. Like, I'll be jumping, gravity jumping, and then out of nowhere it will just do a regular jump, a regular little hop. Okay. Alright, so we have power for the moment. I also have coal that we can put. Can I not reach that through here? Fine, I'll go out damn side to do it. There. Visibility is 0, generating 0. But the sun is right there. Why are you... Why? Sun. Right there. Okay, you know what? Whatever. Okay. So, closed door, external vent, sensor. Cycle. Oh, shit. We got a cycle. Nice. Oh, no. I think it's not gonna work because I don't have any way to actually pressurize the interior because I don't have any friggin' oxygen set up. Oh man, alright. So the initial setup is very difficult without knowing exactly what you're doing. It does work. It does cycle. So this is good. It's a start. It's a start. But yeah, there's a lot going on. All right, so how do we do this? We have this is a portable oxygen tank. So can I use that? That would be wonderful. need wrench.
Suit damage.
Really? Alright, you come with me. Alright, where do I put my duct tape? There we go. Wow. 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 Alright. Maybe you can just come with me. You just come with me. Get in the hole. Now I don't know what I'm doing with it, but let's do. Let's just flood this bitch.
Pressure critical.
Yeah, shut up.
Oxygen critical.
Ain't got time for your bullshit, lady. I need a drink. Alright, so my space helmet has damage, and the duct tape did not fully fix that. So that's a thing. We're not pressurized, are we? The floor. You know what? It's fine. This was a learning experience. Yep, learning experience. And we're out of power. Well, at least I opened my door in time.
Power critical.
Shut up, lady. Okay, so what? Which tool? Which tool? This one.
Temperature high. Temperature critical.
It's fine. Just a little bit of.
Oxygen low. Temperature high. Temperature high. Temperature critical.
Why is she suddenly freaking out about
Critical.
temperature?
Waste tank caution. Air tank low. Temperature high. Temperature critical. Temperature high. Temperature critical.
She's just having a meltdown.
Cognition low.
Cognition low, you say?
Temperature high.
All right. Things are going grand. All right, I think we have the death of a spaceman here. You are unconscious. Do you want to give up and respawn? Sure. You are dead. Yup. All right. Well. It did not go great. I mean, we're still here. We're still, functional. My previous self is still, here-ish. Went according to plan. But I think that'll be it for now. Because that was stressful. I felt like I was not quite up to the task. I need to figure out how to do this game better. There. Just be there. But why what? But why what? Oh, I don't even have a jetpack in this suit. This is my temporary dead body suit. Oh, what killed me? Fucking everything. I don't know why the welders suddenly started overheating me, but the welder is what killed me. It's just something triggered the welder to suddenly start causing me extreme pain at 1500 degrees Celsius. So I don't know if that was because my suit helmet still had a damage on it, and I don't know how to fix that because I only was given duct tape. I have several questions about what went wrong there, but a good chunk of what went wrong was me not knowing what the fuck I'm doing. So we need to figure that part out. And maybe this is just one of those games where I need some assistance, so we might just need to do multiplayer. That might just be it. Maybe I'm only suited for mining. That's fine. We need manual labor up in space. I can do manual labor. That's fine. But that'll be it for now. Fine. Thanks for hanging out. And trying to scroll up further if 54 is still out there. 54 Bear, if you're still out there, I appreciate you hanging out and attempting to give a couple tips here and there. But yeah, I'll give this another shot. I might attempt to give it a shot off stream just to see if I can fail less. Although failure was probably at least moderately amusing. So maybe we'll just keep trying on stream and failing repeatedly until we get it right. Kinder and Safi, thank you as well for hanging out. And whoever else might still be lurking out there, I do appreciate y'all being there. Thank you for coming. I'll see you next time. Bye.